Step 5 says add a method called granulate that uses the granularity to pick a coordinate on the grid and use the granulate method to pass the necessary values to xp and yp in the mouse pressed method. So actually this is kind of a nice little math problem. So what we want is when we do the mouse pressed, we want to do something to this number to make it so that it lands on the grid with the granularity that we want for the grid. So it might be worth, if you haven't had a chance to think about it, you should probably pause the video at this point and see if you can figure out how you would do that trick to make it. Let's say you're given the coordinate, you're given an x or a y coordinate, and you want to take that coordinate and basically make it so it's some multiple of whatever the granularity is. Okay, so that's probably the way to think about it. Like I said, pause the video if you haven't had a chance to think about it yet, and I'll wait a second to give you some time to think about it, and then we'll move on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write the method now, and let's see, I'll just put it down here at the bottom. I'm going to make it a private. It's going to return a float because it's going to return a new logical coordinate based on the coordinate. This could be an x coordinate or a y coordinate, so I'm just going to call it coordinate. And we're going to return what? Well, think about it. If we took the that coordinate, right, and divided it by the granularity, whatever the granularity is, and we round it, then that's going to give us an integer. And if we take this integer and multiply it by the granularity, then we're going to get a value, we're going to return a value that's some multiple of the granularity. That's what we want, right? As if our x is a multiple of the granularity, and our y is a multiple of the granularity, then we're gonna land where we want to land. Okay, so let's go ahead and use this then. Oh, is that the part of the step? I think so, right? Add a method. Oh yeah, and then use the granulate method to pass the necessary values to xp and yp in the mouse pressed method. So let's go up to the mouse pressed method. Right up here, and let's granulate these guys. If I granulate that logical coordinate, remember we're applying fx and fy to make these into logical coordinates. And do that. And our cell size and our granularity are the same at this point, so we should end up putting our points exactly on the intersection of two grid lines. So let's see if that worked. Hey, look at that. And it's telling us, right? It's giving us 1.0, 1.0, minus 2.0, and so on. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Alright, so I think that is it. That was probably the hardest piece there. And then, yeah, that's the end of 5. And the next video we'll do step 6.